The Echo Dot is an all-around best seller, but now Google has their own competitor with the Google Home Mini. And because of the good integration with all of the Google services, this is actually a really great addition to your smart home. Hey, I'm Brian, and this is what the Google Home Mini can do in your smart home. So let's start with this little guy itself. It's a puck of about 10 centimeters across. Many like to compare it to the size of a donut. It comes in this chalk white color, and also a coal black and a coral red color. It has a non-slip base in kind of this red coral color and a mute switch on the back. The speaker in it is a 40mm driver that faces up, but the speaker itself is unfortunately not that great. It sounds pretty tinny and is about comparable to your average $20 radio you can get at the local electronics store. So it's really nothing special. And that is especially a bummer because the Google Home Mini doesn't have a headphone jack to connect it to any other speaker by wire. And the port at the back is also only a micro USB port, which I really don't understand given that Google's own Google Wi-Fi device has a USB Type-C port. I know this was a cost-saving measure, but just as the power adapter in the box can only be used for this device basically, it would have been a nice touch if they changed that. But in case you're wondering, yes, you can hard pair this speaker to another Chromecast enabled speaker, so it always outputs audio through that other speaker. But speakers with Chromecast built in, or also a Chromecast audio hooked up to your traditional speakers, is something that plays really nicely with this device, because you can control the whole audio setup with your voice through this. Hey Google, play NCS music on kitchen and living room.
Sure, try this radio mix from Google Play Music based on the NCS playlist, playing on living room and kitchen.
We, for example, have a Chromecast audio connected up to our living room speakers, and a special Chromecast built-in speaker from Sony, the SRS X77, in our kitchen. That's actually a speaker that I really recommend, and it's a great addition to any Google Cast home setup. Google Cast functions kind of like Sonos, and you can of course control it with your voice with this, as I said before. And the SRS X77 actually has really great sound, probably comparable to Sonos Play 3, but only costs as much as a Play 1. It also has a built-in battery to charge your phone and can be used on the go with that battery, also via Bluetooth. So as you can see, this speaker is very feature-rich, and that is true for some other Google Chromecast enabled speakers too. So that is why I always recommend to look into Google Cast as a nice and cheaper alternative to a Sonos system, for example. Apart from Google Chromecast enabled speakers, you can of course also control a traditional Chromecast that is connected to your TV, or your TV with Chromecast video built in from this Google Home Mini. Hey Google, play videos on how to make your LG G6 look like stock Android.
Okay, playing on how to make your LG G6 look like stock Android videos from YouTube on TV.
Hey Google, show me photos from Amsterdam on TV.
Showing your photos of Amsterdam on TV.
So controlling your Google Chromecast video or audio devices is something that only the Google Home can offer, and the Echo really can't. So if you really want to have a nice media setup that you can control with your voice, you should look into this instead of the Echo Dot. But apart from just the Google service enabled devices, you can of course also control other things that are related to smart home with this. You can, for example, control your Philips Hue system with your voice. Hey Google, turn on the corner lamp.
You got it, turning the corner lamp on.
Hey Google, set the corner lamp to blue.
Okay, changing the corner lamp to blue.
Hey Google, turn off the corner lamp.
Okay, turning the corner lamp off.
Hey Google, turn on all the lights in my room.
You got it, turning 4 lights on.
I even have it set up so I only have to say one phrase to this Google Home in order to turn on my whole computer setup. That works in conjunction with the Philips Hue system. You can check out the setup tour where I show that up here, by the way. Hey Google, set the desk lamp to red.
Okay, changing the desk lamp to red.
Hey Google, turn on my PC.
Sure, turning on the PC.
So other than that, this small puck can of course also do all of the other things you would expect from the Google Assistant and perform all of the commands that you know from the big Google Home. Hey Google, what's the weather like?
Right now in Hamburg it's 12 degrees Celsius and partly cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy, with a forecast high of 12 and a low of 3.
Hey Google, what's the distance to Brussels?
You are 592 kilometers away from Brussels by car.
Hey Google, how to boil eggs?
Okay, I've got a recipe called How to Make Perfect Hard-Boiled Eggs from Our Recipes. This recipe serves 6 and takes about 50 minutes to make. Does that sound good?
Hey Google, stop.
Alright, done.
What also works pretty nice is the distinction between different voices and different people on this device. And that also makes it pretty smart. I can, for example, tell it to turn on the lights in my room, and because the room is named Brian's room, and it knows that I am Brian from my voice, it can actually know what room and which lights I'm at. That's pretty smart, in my opinion. Though I noticed that some commands still don't work that great. When I once told it to tell me a joke, for example, it set a timer named Tell Me a Joke, which was funny but not necessarily what I intended. And I also noticed that the software setup for this thing is not that easy. Some of the settings need to be changed inside the Google Home app, and some need to be changed inside of the Google Assistant menu where you can control all of your assisted devices. So it's a lot of menus to dig through until you find what you actually want to change. But apart from some small quirks, this is really a nice addition for your smart home in conjunction with all of the devices I mentioned for only $50 or 60 euros. I, for my part, am definitely going to get another one to hear radio upstairs in the bathroom, because that is also really nice that you just have to tell it to play radio and don't have to dig through the settings on your phone anymore. But that basically wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know which buttons you should press. And don't forget to press that follow button on Twitter. I'm Brian, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!